Welcome. You are now listening to Click Click Play. Please enjoy.
Fight!
Hello. Welcome to Click Click Play episode 63. I'm your host with the most, and joining us as always, I'm Biggest Bennett. Yeah, just your host. Got a name as well. I'll give you it. I'm Biggest Bennett. Joining me for the second podcast in a row. We've just done the spoiler cast for God of War. It's Mellamanon.
Yay! I'm here again.
You're here again. You're still here, Mellum. Still here.
Yeah.
You drinking lots of water?
Yeah, and eating some bread.
Did you have too much
With
ass
some,
last night?
with some fish egg on it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of ass last night? Or can you not even think about all
I
that
had-
ass?
I had a little too much. No, I didn't drink that much, but I wasn't feeling too good this morning.
No, I mean I was actually okay. I went to bed pretty early-ish, but for like what I normally go to bed at. But I think I'd drank enough water after our Eurovision stream. Because yeah, if people are not aware, Mellum and I and 3 other friends did a Eurovision stream where we watched all of the Eurovision entries, all 43, I think it was.
Too many.
While we were drinking. I managed to get banned on Mixer twice for broadcasting unauthorized things, but it was worth it in the end. We had a lot of people came into the chat today saying how much fun they had. So I think that'll be an annual tradition. Speaking of really embarrassing Europeans, Jordan, how are you doing? Oh, you're.
There it is.
Hi, Jordan.
Very well. Long time no speak, Ben.
I know it's been a whole 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I was
Quickly popped out to see Laura, see if she's still alive. She's okay.
Yeah, she's like. Ugh. Where did
Did
where
you
she
do
go?
a Eurovision stream yesterday?
Don't really understand. So Eurovision hasn't happened yet, is it? Is this like some like heats or something?
No, it was just us. We decided to play all the.
It's all the songs that are nominated to be on Eurovision, and we went through them all and gave them ranks.
Yeah. So let's go through these. So 43rd.
Oh,
God. Based on all the votes.
Who's the fat lady? I saw her.
The fat lady is the one that we.
She won.
She won, yeah. She won the Click Click Play.
She won. Oh.
Or the biggest Bennett Award by like 1.5. She got an average of 9.25 out of 10.
Not in my name.
The UK came 19th with a 5.8.
I'll take that.
Where did Norway come?
Norway came. They didn't.
We always
that
come
high.
late.
Yeah, always. Where is Norway? Maybe I
All right,
forgot. Oh no, Norway
let's
came.
go down the entire list.
Norway
from
came
45th
13th.
to one. Talk about what we like most about them each.
Yeah, so the UK. Norway finished above the UK, but Sweden we thought was second, and Finland third. Azerbaijan sixth.
I can't remember those songs.
Iceland was the worst apparently. Iceland and the
Aw.
Netherlands, the 2.65 out of 10 on average. All right, yeah, but that was really good fun.
Talking about games.
Talking about what?
Games.
Yeah, we're
This is a
talking
game
about like people or things with very low ratings. Andre, how are you doing?
Hey, everybody, I'm doing good. Really long time no see. It feels so strange now
Yeah.
that we do this bi-weekly, or not bi-weekly, every 2 weeks. It just feels so strange seeing you guys again. It's
Yeah,
been a minute.
you wouldn't have even been able to do the podcast last week, would you? Because you were away somewhere. Were you?
Yeah, I was in. Wait, well, no, last week, no. I was home, being
Oh.
alone by myself, being
Oh.
sad.
Oh, you should
Wow,
have
time
watched Twitch Play.
Oh no, that would, I would rather be depressed alone by myself than watch that.
Oh,
But
brilliant.
yeah,
An
I've been
advert.
having an ant problem in my fucking apartment
Oh.
where I have a bunch of ants in my room, and every time I kill them all, they just keep coming. I don't know where they're coming from. I'm trying to figure that. That's what I'm dedicating today to doing right after this podcast. I'm
Ants and
destroying my
uncles?
entire. What? Some knuckles. Wait, what?
Wants no, no, never mind.
Okay, never mind then.
Cinnamon
But yeah,
works.
cinnamon works.
Yeah, we've had ants a couple of days ago that were coming in from the balcony, but we put cinnamon around the door, and they've stopped coming in.
Really, that sounds like the exact opposite of something I would do.
No, yeah, cinnamon works. Try cinnamon. It might take a day, but it'll they don't stick around.
Ben, I don't trust you.
I'll
I'm not
take a
gonna put-
picture
I'm not
of
gonna
my
throw-
window that has cinnamon on it if you like.
God,
Cocaine works.
Cocaine works too. That just make the ants angrier and be able to lift my bed up, toss me around. And I haven't found any ants in my bed, which is good.
Yeah.
But they're like underneath my bed. It's scary. I just bought a bunch of ant traps, like a bunch of little glue things.
Like,
I
I
am-
mean, ant traps, like it just snaps over and squishes
it's
it.
like little tiny,
Thousands
One
of
on
tiny,
mouse traps.
thousands of
Like,
tiny mouse traps. Brilliant.
But yeah, I've been good. I've been good, guys. I'm here. I'm alive. Get used to it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
That's the phrase. What have you been up to, then, Jordan?
So
Sunning yourself.
it's really nice weather in the UK. So went to a wedding yesterday, got really drunk, sang loads of songs. Last weekend was my stag do. So again, got really drunk, sang loads of songs.
Ooh.
So yeah,
Yeah, how was
Drinking.
that? Did you get a stripper?
Don't ask.
no.
No, of course.
No, his fiance watches this, man.
Yeah.
Of course not.
no strippers. He was we went to Manchester. It was nice, first time in Manchester, really nice city. And
So just ate some cake.
smashed it up. Yeah, just ate some cake.
Yeah.
Read a book.
Hmm. That's cool. I've never been to. I've never been on a night out in Manchester, like living. It's not
Nice.
like really close to it. Yeah. Wrong side of the Pennines. You should try Leeds. Leeds is much.
Oh, I've done Leeds. I lived in Leeds for 9 weeks.
Oh, watching it. Is that PlayStation Cup mug you've got there? A PlayStation flask?
Yeah, yeah.
On brand.
Oh god,
This podcast is sponsored.
Yeah.
Fanboy.
fanboy.
Yeah. So apart from the Eurovision, I've not really done much in the last week. We did the Twitch Play podcast last week. That was fun. Doing it again next week. You on next week, Melon? Are you around?
I just say maybe, like I always do.
Maybe. Well, let us know 5 minutes before.
Yeah,
Date.
that's
I'm
how I
gonna
do it.
make that intro eventually. I will make that Twitch. I'm gonna make all the interstitials eventually. I'm so busy.
Yeah. What have you been busy doing?
Yeah, jerking off, not doing anything. I've been busy being lazy at this point.
When you live
Takes
in New York,
time being lazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do you tend to? Because I always find I live in Barcelona. It's got the most amazing things. Loads of tourist things. It's got a beach. It's got mountains. But I just spend most of my time chilling in my house. Are you the same?
Yeah, basically, pretty much. Like a lot of my hobbies require me to just stay indoors, so I do that. I just filmed a video this morning. I'm gonna try to finish it tonight, and then that's it. And then tomorrow I do nothing. Tomorrow I'm going to the beach, which is gonna be nice for the first time in probably a year. I need to get a tan before I go back to California for a bit.
New York Beach. That'll be.
Yeah. Oh, it
beach in New
is.
York?
Yes, it is filled with needles and used condoms. It's gross.
Oh,
But that's why you
Sounds
lay out a
amazing.
blanket and you land on top of it.
yeah. One like a thick one that doesn't have piercing through. I'm off to a
Yeah,
theme
no,
park
it's
next month.
yeah. What?
Week
What theme
tomorrow.
park?
It's called Portaventura. One of the biggest ones in Europe. It's about
Ooh.
an hour's train journey away from me. Doing something with my day off for once. Yeah, it's awesome. It used to be owned by Universal Studios. It's huge. Last time I went, it was amazing. So, for the
Yeah.
same. All right. So it's time for the games, Jordan.
God damn it.
Have we not got the music?
Not
No,
yet. All right. Ben
Someone else
deleted
can
it like a
fucking sing it.
genius.
My voice is
God,
gone.
Oh.
Video games. It's all about the video games. Let's go, video games. Okay, everyone who's listening, we used to have interstitials for this podcast, but Ben decided to delete them all when he I don't know what he did to delete them all. It must have been very hard.
Well, no, I
But
just
he
deleted
managed to
all
do
my.
it.
I deleted my downloads folder. My downloads folder.
God,
Can you rip them from previous shows?
He can.
Possibly,
but God forbid he does that.
but Manny's in them. That's the thing.
Oh my god, Manny's in like
That's a
half
good
of them.
point.
To pixelate
Fuck
it.
Manny.
Yeah, to pixelate him out. I like how the new one doesn't have any names. It doesn't have any people's faces.
Yeah,
So
I figured I'd do that since if I leave, I won't feel bad about having my face all over it.
chop and change. All right, so games we've been playing. God of War. We haven't spoken about that for a while. Yeah, guys, there's a Click Click Play spoiler cast on YouTube and clickclickplay.com and iTunes, or there will be very, very soon if it's not there yet. Go and watch that. We really liked it. Three of us have finished it. Awesome. Go and play it.
Nice. Sir.
Yeah. Okay. Melon, before you fall asleep, tell us what have you been playing?
I don't think I've played anything new this week.
What old things have you been playing?
I've been grinding Fortnite.
Yeah. Season 4, baby.
Yeah, this new season, that's really cool. I never seen like a season of anything or like a DLC for a multiplayer game being so hyped up, and everybody was talking about it.
All desperate to see
So,
what was
they
going to get
did
hit.
something amazing. Those Epic Games people.
Yeah, so this is like a superhero themed season where they've had like
No,
asteroids
it's
hit.
more about Alien, isn't it?
Yeah, for aliens. I thought it was yeah.
Seems like it.
It's like a mix because you can. I thought it was superheroes was like the logo for it, was it? But maybe in the actual. Yeah, actually,
That
in there
was
it's all
just
about
like
aliens.
people said.
Hmm.
It's nothing official.
That's true. Yeah, there's loads of alien things. Like there's a Dusty Depot is now called Dusty Divot, which is
Yeah.
a divot is a thing. If you hit a golf ball thing, but you miss the golf and you smash a piece of grass, that's called a divot.
So it's now just a big crater.
Yeah. Oh, it's half of it. There's still like half of it left, but like the rest of it's just being destroyed. And it's
Yeah.
it's really good fun.
It's really cool. They're gonna update the map every week now during this season. So it's gonna be like changes. That's gonna be cool. And also you can use some crystals now, so you can get low gravity for limited time. I think it's about a minute or something. And also you become really fast when you jump like that. So it changed the meta in the game with like when you run to the circles, because now you most of the times you just run to the craters to get the crystals, so you can run to the circle. So it's cool.
Yeah, and
It's changing.
hitting somebody that's had that's got one of those and they're bouncing around all over the place is really funny as well. It's really difficult to actually do. So help. Yeah, a few new places as well. That map's getting quite busy now because they've added a lot of stuff that they've added like towns and stuff, places where there weren't any towns before. So I wonder if they're gonna replace some or they're gonna maybe. I can't see them expanding the map, but I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe the buildings.
It's hard to tell.
'cause
It's not going to get any bigger.
No, 'cause
It's on the if they make it bigger, they have to either make people run faster or add vehicles.
I hope they're not. I don't think if it just as
Yeah.
it is. But a lot of the buildings that have been hit by like smaller asteroids are gonna maybe they'll be removed and replaced with. Yeah.
They're probably just going to rebuild stuff, so things are going to look awesome, I hope.
I think is it Tuesdays when the map gets updated?
Yeah, here is this. Yeah.
It's just I never thought I'd be really into a free to play game. I've got an addiction to
me
buying
neither.
video games, so like I'll have and like free to play ones I've got no interest. Like mobile games, no interest whatsoever. But this
No, we
one,
just use all of our money on skins and stupid stuff.
yeah. Well, the amount of time I play Fortnite, I've no problem with buying the odd skin and that. It's great fun.
Yeah, but that's the problem, because now you use like 20 euro something a week, and it doesn't feel like that much. But if you add it up, it's like the most expensive game ever
Yeah,
for people.
I'm stopping buying anymore. I like once a month when I get paid. I like to just treat myself to something like a new skin. But I've got a really cool glider. I've got the rocket one, which I don't want to change. And I've got that new skins like half the price of what skins normally are, and it's really good. So if like
Nightlight.
yeah, are the other skins that have been in the item shop since then have they been like removed like half the price as well, or They back to the normal price.
No, the Nightlight was it's cost 800 because it's without like a backpack and stuff.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that was great. I like
It's
it.
just a simple skin, but for me it's my favorite. So
But then when it gets dark, you're really lit up. I was playing a lot today actually because I think Melon was a bit hungover, but I just did loads of solo games playing Fortnite, and I was surprised at how well I was doing. So it's kind of made me want to play even more. I was getting 3 kills. I mean, it's not like crazy. I've seen people get 20, 18 kills per game, but getting more confident. That's the game. Just keep practicing and playing, and you're gonna enjoy it.
I have to practice so freaking much.
Yeah.
It's a hard game.
It is, but I got sniper kills. They're just the best. You've
Mm.
yeah. Check the clips out, guys. Got a double kill earlier. Very proud.
Nice little.
God, have you played any Fortnite?
Not in recent times, no.
You come and we'll have a click play squad night.
No, PUBG is better.
Oh God, let's not start there.
Right. Oh, that is a game I have played a bit of. Week PUBG.
Okay. How is PUBG now? Is it still alive? Are people still playing that?
I played it for a bit because they've upgraded. They've made it so there's map selection, so you can choose what map you're on.
Okay.
But after playing so much Fortnite, it's like this game, I think, is dying. And there are people that are still in love with it, and there's a new map coming, but the enthusiasm that I had for it is just gone. That's what all the excitement's in Fortnite. They've brought out this war mode on PUBG, which is, I think it's 50v50, but you only go to a really small area. It's just like it's really, it feels like some kind of Battlefield mod, but without the decent gameplay. And like they drop you down into this certain area, and yeah, you're kind of hiding, and you've got like a small squadron where you can revive your friends. But they had, I think it lasted 12 hours or 24 hours maybe before they had server problems and just finished it. I was like, yeah, okay, we're gonna end that because we've got server issues. So I can't see me playing that game anymore.
God, that sucks. Poor PUBG. I feel bad for them.
Mm.
As somebody who made fun of PUBG all throughout the beginning of their life cycle, I still kind of feel bad because like then Fortnite came out and I played Fortnite first, and I'm like, oh, this is much better. And then,
But there's still people that are like really devoted to PUBG that hates Fortnite. So there's still some players.
There's always going to be people like that. Yeah.
Manny. I think he sent me a message on Twitter saying kids play Fortnite. I replied, so what? We play video games.
Technically true.
Kids play video games.
I'd rather be a kid. So
yeah.
Kids play God of War as well. But yeah, it's a great game.
Still like I technically I still like PUBG more than I like Fortnite. I don't like I don't know, like I've been like back and forth on which one I like more. Like I liked Fortnite at first, but then I actually gave PUBG a try, and it's more my style.
PUBG is a lot easier to get into. Fortnite is a really hard learning curve.
Yeah, that's
but
what I don't like.
It's like this takes a really long time.
We've got someone called Manny Repete in the chat. Says there's I was at a wedding and literally all 15 kids were playing Fortnite on their phone. All of them. That's your player base. So because some kids were playing Fortnite on their phone.
And everybody else on this planet.
Yeah, he's one of the people who just can't move on. It's fine, man. It's dead.
Yeah.
All right. It's like Destiny 2. You can't just keep the.
Yeah, it's.
Anyways, I have been playing.
Yeah. What have you been playing on?
Man, I haven't been playing jack shit. I haven't been able to play video games for the longest goddamn time. But then I stopped what I was doing, just sitting in my room doing nothing. And I decided to play a little bit of what's that game called? Evil Within 2. They added a first-person mode to that game, which is fucking ridiculous. I hate it. I'm bad at it. It made me not like the game. And then I realized there's actually first-person bits in that game already, but now they just made the entire game in first person. Confuses the fuck out of me. I'm still probably going to play through it because I enjoy that game very much, but I don't have any time because I'm on this podcast. I would be playing video games right now, but I'm too busy talking about them.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I've got Evil Within 2, but I haven't even started it.
Yeah, it's a good start. It's a good game. It's a great game, in my opinion, but I don't know. Something about the open world nature of it. I'm not a huge fan of. Not open world. It's like a semi-open world, but I'm not a fan of that.
No.
All right, but that's literally all I played besides a couple of like levels in Celeste, just because I wanted to see what that game's like.
How is
And it's-
Celeste still?
Still incredible. Still an incredible game. I'm probably just gonna delete my file and redo it because it's that much fun.
Game of the year for you?
Game of the fucking year for sure. So far, I mean, I haven't played a game that affected me that way. That I was able to just stop what I was doing for 40 hours to play. That being said, I haven't played God of War yet, so I'd probably fall in love with that too.
And you haven't played Donkey Kong Tropical
Ye-
Freeze yet.
Oh God, yes, I need to play that as soon as possible. That's
Oh.
so my game, but it's $60 and I can't justify that.
I justified it the fact that
That's too high.
I didn't play the original, so it's just like having a brand new game for me. And
I
it
know,
looks
but what's
amazing.
crazy is they took it off the marketplace for the Wii U, right?
I don't know.
Like that was like a big news story when it happened. Like they released this game and then they took it out of like virtual download or whatever from the Wii U marketplace, and that kind of fucking sucks. It's like, oh, you want to play this game? Well, it's actually $60 now, and not $10 like it was, or 20, but it was like $30.
Because you can buy it physically.
I don't feel like doing that. I'll just wait for it to be on sale Black Friday.
How much have you played of it, Jordan?
And the first couple of levels, I think, yeah, I just want to echo the fact that that's too expensive for a game. Like, I think even if the game was released this week for the first time ever, it still shouldn't be £50. It's a 2D platformer in 2018.
I thought that about
They
Kirby.
need to reprice that stuff.
And I saw
Kirby is also too expensive.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they need to get over it. Like they seem to think because it's like a Nintendo first party game, they need to pretend that it's like a £50 game. I think those games would be much better suited at £30. I think that overall they probably make more money because you wouldn't have people kind of hesitant to buy it. I think
Oh, if they were both
$29.99 would be a sweet spot.
I'd have probably got that and Kirby. Play for a little bit. Yeah, it's like that's the same price as God of War.
Which is ridiculous when you think about what
2D.
those two games represent.
Yeah, 2D remaster.
Mm.
Yeah, what do you think? 'Cause now you can play as again Krusty Kong. Or something?
Fucking Druggy Kong or something.
Yeah, Stoner Kong.
Yeah.
Have you played with
Stoner.
him?
Funky Kong.
Funky, yeah.
Dong Kong.
Hong Kong.
No, I haven't. 'Cause I'm not a fucking noob. That's easy mode, isn't it?
Is
Not
it?
doing
Yeah, I
that.
haven't played with that one. But apparently it's really fun.
Whatever then. Yeah, you have.
No,
You
I
liar.
played with Donkey. Name is his first name
Oh.
Donkey.
I guess so.
But he's not. Why would you call a monkey Donkey?
I don't know. It's Japan,
But-
pal. Who
Can
knows
we
what they
spend
do?
3 hours talking about this subject? Why is he named Donkey?
Yeah,
This is a
There's
very
probably
good.
a reasonable answer to that, I
got a
imagine.
massive cock.
Oh, okay, okay,
That
Ben.
big dick.
So, speaking of donkeys, Jordan, what else have you been playing?
Sure. Fuck all, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I think, like in the wake of God of War, like put that down about a week ago. It's one of those things where you get really invested into like a big AAA game, and then after it, you don't really know what to do next. I've been fucking around with the Switch quite a bit. I just downloaded some like little indie bits and pieces. There's like a couple of roguelike flying games on there. One of them's 2D, one of them's 3D. So I'm just fucking around with those a little bit. They're good fun. I've downloaded the 2 Resident Evil Revelation games. 'Cause they were originally handheld games anyway, so I think it kind of the transfer to Switch works quite well. And I love Resident Evil, even though like 90% of it is really, really bad. And that's about it. Like, I haven't really played anything else that I can think of. Just definitely feel like I'm in between games at
Yeah.
the moment.
When I finished God of War, I was like, I really want another narrative game. Tempted to start up in a series.
Red Dead 2.
God.
Yeah, Red Dead. Not too long.
Hey guys, I have a very important announcement. Miyamoto used donkey to convey stubborn in English. The name Donkey Kong was intended to convey a stubborn ape to the American audience. There you go.
Oh.
I can't believe I wasted some time doing that, and now my
Mm.
Google results are going to be weird for the rest of my life.
Brilliant. Oh, yeah. I've not really been playing that much. I played Frostpunk, which is a new game that came out.
Oh yeah, I played that too.
Yeah, I tried it too.
What do you think?
I think it looks amazing. I love the aesthetic of the game. I think that's
Yeah.
probably like 90% of what that game is about is just how good it looks and how depressing it is.
I get really angry when I lose.
Oh, yeah, and I switched it down to easy, and I thought that was a real challenge.
Mm.
You
Can
died-
you win?
I mean, oh yeah, there is an end
Can
game.
you-
Apparently, I haven't got there yet. I haven't played it.
What's
since
the end?
Wednesday.
Like the
I've
what I
no
don't
idea.
understand is like the law of that game is that the Earth is frozen over, so they traveled
And
north.
everybody, yeah, why did they go north?
Go
Yeah.
south.
That's what that's what I said at the beginning, but somebody told me that it was because it's the only place that has somewhere where they can set up.
The generator. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you
I
can
love
get
the
to
heat
the
mode
end.
thing. Like when you put the heat mode layer over it, and you can see people like digging through the snow because they go into the coal reserves that I've told them to mine, and sending out children to work and all that kind of stuff.
It's really fun.
You do that. Try to be good. I sent off. Yeah, I think a lot of people have been complaining on like on the reviews and stuff that there's not that much to do once you do the campaign. So I think a sandbox mode is gonna. That'd be cool. Just kind of continuing to play it and just make this huge kind of city. But
When I played it, it made me want to play. Oh my god, no
Northgard.
Yeah,
I
So-
looked
so-
at that game. Is
so I
any
played
good?
that.
Is that any better?
It's a RTS instead of a city builder, and it's about. It's just like a simple RTS in cold weather.
Okay.
It's good enough. It's simple.
I'm in the mood for some Civ 6. Maybe. That. But yeah, that's actually another game.
No, you should play Total War Campaign. That's Civ 6 with better gameplay.
Which one? Which Total War?
Yeah, any of them.
Because that's one of the games I've played this week is Total War: Thrones of Britannia, which was good, but I had no idea what I was doing for most of it, which is apparently kind of normal for that. But a lot of people have been saying like, oh, it's just a reskinned Shogun, Total War Shogun.
Shogun, that's the Japanese one.
Yeah.
You should just get Total War Medieval.
I think I might have that. I've got a few Total Wars. Yeah, John,
It's the best one if you ask me.
got Total War, yeah, Battles, Shogun. I've got Saga, Thrones of Britannia, Shogun 2, and Warhammer. Warhammer's a really, really good one actually.
Yeah.
I might even Warhammer 2 is out, isn't it? Total War Warhammer. Maybe that's the
Yeah,
one.
so Thibaut was playing it the other day.
Yeah, Thrones of Britannia is a pretty cool game. I've not really any idea what I'm doing. Whenever I have battles,
It's really fun to play if you try multiplayer.
Yeah.
There's some really skilled people in that game. It's all about strategy, and you have to push on you have to have the right troops on to like counter their troops. So it's all about having the knowledge of everything, and it's really a lot. It's really hard. I just play the campaign. I can't play the multiplayer because I get owned.
Yeah.
But if you want a really deep strategy game, that's the
type of game to go for.
most. Yeah.
I'm tempted maybe just to go in like with one of the latest ones, like a really new one like Warhammer 2. That Don Beagle says Don Beagles, Don's friend. I'm playing Guns of Icarus Alliance.
But that game has died.
Has it?
Yeah. So how are you playing it without staying in queue for 20 minutes?
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite games a couple of years ago. It's like a really nice PvP version of Sea of Thieves, just
Yeah.
in with air balloons instead.
Is it better than EVE Online?
They have
It's just-
nothing to do with each
Don
other.
Beagle says it's just released on PS4.
It has?
Melon's down.
Maybe it's yeah, I kind of want that because that's freaking fun. You have to set up if you want to be an engineer that fixes the chip, or a shooter that obviously shoot, and a captain that drives the boats. And you have to. It's a really fun game, but it dies because it's so based on having friends that likes it. It's like just like Sea of Thieves. It requires you to have friends that like the same game, and
Yes,
games like that usually dies. So
It says here that it's £9.49, €10 or something. It's
gonna
just
get it
released
next weekend then.
It just came out a few days ago.
But is it crossplay? Because I have it on PC, so maybe.
Doubt it. Say anything.
Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
But you had a fit.
Have you played against the Firecrest, Jordan?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I had no idea what it was even.
It's just sad that they all games like that die.
Looks nice looking at the screenshots. Pretty. Oh, it is crossplay. Zombie Eagles.
Oh, I'm gonna play it on PC later.
Maybe that's what they did to
Nice.
try and get people. Yeah. Apart from that, the other game I've been playing was Zelda: The Wind Waker, HD.
Oh yeah.
I did a big vote for like
Awesome.
30. No, was it 24 games I put up for? And we had like elimination rounds and stuff. And right at the end, Zelda: Wind Waker beat Bayonetta, and I'm loving it. It's really good. It reminds me of those games that you can get stuck on for ages, but you will know that there's a way. Like I've been playing it without any guides, or there's no hints at really like what you're supposed to do. There's one point I was stuck for ages. I had to burn this bridge, and I actually ended up finding it by accident because I just was carrying a torch and went too close to the ropes and it started burning. I was like, oh, okay, this is what I have to do. I just love games like that. It reminds me. I know it's an old game and it plays like an old game, but it plays like a really good old game. You know, the ones where you'd be stuck on a puzzle for ages and you try loads of little things. You'd go back on yourself 10 times, and then when you actually find it, you get like a real buzz from it. And yeah, that's what I've had. I've currently, what am I doing right now? I finished one of the first bosses. I think like one of the first main bosses, which is on an island where some guy's bothering a dragon's tail. Yeah, right at the end, I get into the boat and he's like, "You need to change the wind direction." What the hell? And after about 45 minutes, I found that these stones one of them was broken, but the other one had the symbols for the Wind Waker, like how to blow it and how to change direction or how to summon the god, and did that. And such a good game.
Yeah, I've got a bet with Ben that he won't be able to finish Wind Waker before Detroit comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben can't finish anything. I don't think
He's
Ben has ever finished a game.
He's challenging himself to finish it, so I'm putting a bit more pressure on him.
Yeah. I will be finishing because I'm playing Monday, Wednesday, Friday are my single player games now, and I'm sticking with the same game until I finish it, and then we like have another vote for the next game.
Cool. Did you beat Ni no Kuni?
That's on the list of games that can be chosen.
Hey, did you beat Far Cry? You beat Far Cry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I truly can't understand. Have you started to play Ni no Kuni and haven't finished it? For me, that's like mind blowing.
Yeah, it's because I played 2 hours of it, and what came out at the same time as Ni no Kuni? Oh, Sea of Thieves. Yeah, that grabbed me.
Oh no, Far Cry.
Okay, yeah. No, that's why.
Hey,
I've started like now when I stream single player games on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's like I only have one game, and I'm gonna play it until the end. Otherwise, yeah, I've just got these unfinished games that I really need to sit down and focus.
Yeah, I won't have you besmirching Wind Waker. You'll finish it and you will enjoy it.
I'm loving it. Really good game.
Good.
Really good.
Is it a good like dungeons where you have to do what's the word?
Challenges?
Puzzles.
Yeah, puzzles. Is it good puzzles? Thank you, Andre.
No, that's
Yeah, it is. It's very, very traditional Zelda with the dungeons. They're actually like quite extensive, and quite tricky dungeons.
Yeah.
So kind of like Ocarina.
it's it's nice, and I can see why people kind of complains that the new Zelda doesn't have any dungeons. So if they had a
Yeah.
few of these dungeons in the next Zelda, it kind of makes me think that the next Zelda is going to be nothing like the current one, like Breath of the Wild. I do think they're going to try something different again. I can't imagine them.
Not in my lifetime. It's gonna come out 20 years from now, and I'm gonna be dead.
I don't know. A Zelda has come out every 2 years since 1998 or something like that.
Have they really?
Seriously?
Yeah.
I
I
thought
guess,
it
like,
was like
Packed-in facts.
maybe 5 games or something.
No,
Yeah, no, like 3D Zeldas. I mean, 2D Zeldas come out every other week.
well,
Like next mainline. I think the next one
Ah.
will still be very much like Breath of the Wild. I'd love for them to like
Smaller.
combine Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild. So bring the sailing stuff back, and you sail between different islands, but then have like the exploration stuff on those islands and the climbing. But there's no way they're getting rid of that
Yeah.
kind of that climbing mechanic. It's gold.
So like Zelda meets Sea of Thieves, you mean, right?
Oh, imagine getting
Sounds
to see
like
these
perfect.
mechanic.
Imagine all the skeletons you can fight, all the snakes you can get bitten by and die of poison. Oh my god, sounds incredible.
Okay.
Hey,
Yes, so Zelda.
It's deep. It's actually different skeletons.
Oh yes, there's the metal skeletons, and then there's the skeletons that you can't hit, and then there's the ghost skeletons.
And the giant
Oh,
skeleton that you fight at the end of the raid.
God, yeah. And the
Right.
Kraken with no body, only tentacles.
Mhm.
Perfect. I cannot wait for this new Zelda.
The last Zelda was Triforce Heroes in 2015. 2013, A Link Between Worlds, Skyward Sword.
Triforce
2011.
Heroes. I haven't heard of this game.
It was trash. 2009,
Yeah.
Spirit Tracks. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Yeah, 3D.
Phantom Hourglass in 2007.
Yeah, see, you had to do all the 3D Zeldas.
Yeah. Oh well.
Who
3DS.
here is the biggest Zelda fan?
Definitely me.
Okay, what's the best of Wind Waker and the Majora's Mask?
I like Wind Waker more than Majora's Mask.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Majora's Mask is really divisive because it's got
Yeah.
that time travel mechanic at the heart of it. That game was like devved in like a year. So
Yeah.
Ocarina came out and they got that one out pretty quickly. But there's no real like quality issues with it, but the main mechanic of being on that kind of 5-day timeline or whatever. And
Majora's Mask is the only one I have played. So. And
okay,
I
that's a
love
weird one.
I really
Not really representative. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was amazing. I played Ocarina of Time, of course, back in
Oh,
the
right.
days.
Okay.
But
Which
Majora's Mask,
did you play Ocarina first?
that
Okay.
was when I was little. But I prefer Majora's Mask actually. But I don't know. It was just like a wanky and depressing. I liked it.
Yeah. It's a darker tone, isn't it?
I wonder, like the next time we do a podcast, we'll have had some information about the online services from Nintendo. So it's interesting to see if we can play any of the old ones.
What is there a direct coming up? around
Apparently,
that?
there's a direct at the beginning. They say it at the beginning of May, and it's usually a Friday, so maybe
Oh,
Friday.
love a direct. Oh, Smash Brothers. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
well, it could be. Maybe they'll announce that this is coming with the. Nah, I don't think they'll do that. But yeah, so that
Oh wait,
is-
so
yeah.
so wait, what won Game of the Month last month?
Oh,
I feel like
I suppose we can do it, can't we? We've played.
Wanna guess?
God damn it!
Let's
Nino
look at the
Kuni.
games.
Let's just give it to Nino Kuni.
Let's look at the games that came out. So, gaming in 20. So, in April, the Nino Kuni was in March. April, we had Owl Boy on the Nintendo Switch.
Ooh.
That's a
Hellblade for the
re-release.
Xbox. Yeah, these are all like Yes Origin. Yakuza 6. About halfway through that. Fun game. God of War. Suppose that's a game. Frostpunk.
Mm.
Hello Kitty Cruisers.
Yeah, that's the
wasn't it?
winner. That's the winner.
That is really it. Psychedelica the Black Butterfly, the visual novel on the PS Vita.
Pardon?
So we're giving it to God of War, right?
No, Hello Kitty Racing or what it was.
Yeah, Halo Kitty. Hello Kitty Cruisers. Interesting.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think, are we giving that to...
I think whatever game that came out, God of War would have won anyway.
Do we think the
Yeah.
God of War is going to get Game of the Year in a lot of places?
I think he will get a lot of
It
places.
might be.
Yeah,
But
well,
for me,
Red
I
Dead's
don't
coming
know.
out. So.
For
Yeah,
me, it's
I think-
difficult if we're gonna have remakes in the top 10. I don't
Mm.
know if that's gonna be a rule.
I can't
For
think of any
me,
remake I would give.
Shadow of the Colossus
Oh.
for me is my favorite all-time game right now.
Yeah, I think we should allow remakes.
Yeah, I haven't got a problem with it.
I ain't got a problem with it.
What if Fortnite comes out of early access?
We haven't played Red Dead yet either, so
Fortnite blows.
that's gonna
It's
be a number one again.
it-
It's gonna
it's a
be a
kid
Battle
game.
Royale again.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Me and Jordan were arguing to put Fortnite higher last year.
Yeah.
No, but that was 2017.
Yeah, I know.
I'll try and find
Fortnite.
justification.
I
for
didn't
it.
play Fortnite in then. I
No.
can't put it on
Oh,
the
wait,
list.
so wait, what won game of the month before that? Because I remember we were trying to decide between Far Cry and Ni no Kuni.
I think it was Far Cry, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I voted the Ni no Kuni, but I think it was Far Cry.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Far Cry.
exactly.
Probably
I'm
bad
right.
idea.
For me, it's still the wrong, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah, probably a bad idea.
No, Far Cry is fine. It probably won't age well, but who cares?
It's just fun. It's really what it is.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a game.
News time. Get into the news, Jordan.
I will make the interstitials eventually. News.
All right, Jordan. What's the first thing you've got?
It's fuck all news, to be fair. So the Red Dead trailer came out, so I thought we could talk about that for a little bit. It's technically news, I guess. We've
Yeah.
seen more
I
of
haven't
Red
seen
Dead.
it actually. Is it good?
We should play it on Twitch.
Well, I don't know. I'll probably get a strike.
So it's a story-based trailer. I thought he was good. I think he's very much in line with kind of what we've seen from Rockstar before when they're introducing this stuff. People seem a little bit down on it because it wasn't a gameplay trailer. I think
They never do that though, do they?
they do these
Are
big
people,
like
are
breakdowns. of-
people really scared they don't gonna get good gameplay?
I think Red Dead has just hit critical mass with hype, and people. It's cool for people to play it down a little bit now. But I think you'd have to be crazy not to think that this game's not going to come out and fucking be
Fucking
amazing.
Rockstar, they
Yeah.
nail that shit.
I think God of War will
It's
be the
Red Dead.
hipster's choice for Game of the Year.
No, I think God of War is so universally acclaimed that hipsters probably are going to bash it.
I wonder if it'll get
Yeah.
forgotten about near the end. Came out quite like Zelda kind of did for a lot of people.
That's the thing
Mm.
with March games. It's like every time.
Nobody
right,
forgot
from
Zelda.
this
Everybody
case.
gave it to Zelda. Got like
no,
fucking
I-
We gave it to Zelda.
No, but I remember people were like, it wasn't that big of a hype at the end.
And then
But
they're like, yeah, it was a good game. It wasn't that good. And it's like, yeah, it was. You've just played.
It was good to be
yeah.
fair.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, but I'm just saying it loses its hype.
yeah, I know what you mean. It's arbitrary, isn't it?
Yeah, but they gave a world's first look to IGN, and I've got a list of things that you can do. You can
Ride a
rob-
horse.
You can ride a horse, and you can rob people.
Right.
There will be dialogue
Nice.
choices. NPCs will react differently depending on your behavior, appearance, and actions, like Kingdom Come Deliverance. You can pour coffee.
That game.
Yeah,
Fuck
you,
that game.
you can pour coffee, and you can check up on your gang because you've now got a gang. But you play as a guy called Alfred or something.
Albert, isn't it?
Albert or
Arthur.
Arthur.
Wasn't wasn't this previous dude in the trailer?
Yeah.
John Marston.
John Marston. Yeah, John Marston is in your gang, I guess, or he's in the game. But in the trailer, he's got fresh cuts. Like he had a scar in the original, and he's got.
Yes,
fresh
this is
cuts
like the
and stuff.
prologue or something for the first game.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
11 years before they give the
Okay.
year in this trailer. I think Red Dead original was like 1909. I think this is I don't know, like 1890.
Yeah, because it's on at the end of the Wild West.
Yeah, it's still kind of that tone. It's still like they talk about in the trailer. The Wild West is coming to an end, and whereas the outlaws previously could have kind of lived that life, now they're being systematically hunted down. Used to be leaning into some of the like the heist stuff from GTA 5. It seems like storyline wise, you're obviously going to be part of a group of bandits, and I'm assuming that you'll plan like train heists and things like that. I think the trailer is, is what it is. I was just kind of happy to see kind of more of that world and see what that engine is going to look like, because I've got more than enough confidence the Rockstar are going to populate it and make it a fucking amazing experience to play through. But I forgot what I was going to say. What do you think of the trailer, Ben?
I know, I really liked it. I saw it like the second it came out. I was on the train. I was just about to go into a tunnel, and I managed to load it up and watch it before I did. I thought it was, I mean, I wasn't hyped after watching the trailer just because it's like, well, it's still ages away. I don't get hyped by watching trailers really.
I don't want to be hyped about that game. Not now. It's too early.
Yeah,
It's gonna
exactly.
be so painful being hyped for.
I don't think the
several
hype
months.
can get much higher with it. I think we were hyped before the game was announced. Everybody knew that this game
Yeah.
would come at some point, and we talked about it all the time. And I guess now that it's coming,
It's
it's
still
just
one of my
coming, isn't
favorite
it?
games. It's brilliant. Also, we've got but things when because you're gonna have a gang, including a female, badass female in there.
Yeah.
I wonder if that'll be like the base of the online mode where you have your own gang. You go around and
Yeah, maybe.
do it. Don't wonder if
Oh, I
it's like-
remember what I was going to say. So the trailer was the trailer. It kind of introduced a bit of the story. But for me, the interesting thing of the IGN coverage was the kind of long form piece that they did, where they kind of talked about the world and stuff. And it was kind of hard to see what was hyperbole and or what was real. It seemed like they were saying his praises a little too highly for me. But the way that they talked about the world, it seems like there's a lot of subtle improvements with this. And it sounds like Rockstar are trying to kind of push that kind of brand of open world games that they do a little bit forwards in terms of the way that NPCs interact with you, and like organic progression in terms of side quests and things like that, kind of moving away from the more kind of rigid stuff that we've seen since like GTA 3, which I think these type of games really need that. As good as GTA 5 was, for me, that formula is definitely becoming stale now, that those kind of clockwork worlds with the AI is just completely mindless. I think we do need to push that forwards a little bit.
Am I the only one that didn't like GTA 5?
Yes.
I didn't like the
You are
online.
the
mode.
only person in the world.
90
So-
million people can't be wrong.
No, but I understand that. But do you guys still play it?
No, I don't play it now. No.
I've bought it 3 times in my
Yeah.
life.
I think I played the online for maybe 2 days or something, but
Yeah, no, the online
Yeah,
I
but-
don't have any interest in whatsoever. But I love this. I really like the story. My save file got corrupted like 80% into the game, and I restarted it. And
I did play through the story. The story was okay, but it wasn't anything like
yeah, I love the
amazing
story.
about it.
I think Trevor.
Or I love
Trevor was the main thing for me.
I love that story. I mean, I also loved Grand Theft Auto 4. Like, I just love Grand Theft Auto in general.
4 is a better story.
Yeah, I'd say 4 is a more grounded story. I just like 5 better because it's more American to me. It's like it's very I don't know, like
Cliche.
4 just plays better. It's like everything about 5 is just so refined and so perfect. I can't come up with a single complaint besides the story isn't as strong as Grand Theft Auto 4. And Grand Theft Auto 4 was like game of the year for everyone. So it's like it's kind of even hard to compare the two, because I mean Grand Theft Auto 5 is an incredible fucking game. Just because I don't play it anymore. I don't play many games for more than a couple weeks, besides like Celeste. But that's because I love that fucking game so goddamn much. It's the greatest game. I can't wait to argue for it for game of the year. Whoa! I can't wait to lose that argument, but you know what? I'm going to fight for that game.
I'll get around to
I'm
finishing
gonna
it.
lose
So I can,
when
help.
Oh man, you gotta beat that game. I know, Ben. I know you don't like to finish games ever.
And I'm
So-
way past halfway. Once I got past halfway, it's like getting close.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else in the news? Oh, Destiny 2 is the Humble Bundle game. You can
Yeah.
get it for
I
$12.
So Manny told me that, and I just thought he was joking. I thought,
have the
like-
might has fallen.
and then I got the email from them today. Destiny 2 Humble Bundle. Jesus Christ.
Are we doing a
Fuck.
stream on? Are we doing the expansion stream on Tuesday, Melum?
For Destiny,
Yeah.
I'm not touching that game.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Good.
god.
Thought we could, because the expansion is out on Tuesday. I thought we could blast through it and then delete it.
Fuck it, no.
What did Destiny do to you, Malcolm?
Oh,
I hate it. It made me so hyped. And I was so happy when it came out. I was on the hype train, and then it just fucked me at the end.
Yeah, they announced
Oh,
loads of
no.
changes and looked at them, and like on the Destiny, I think it was on the it was on the gaming subreddit or the game subreddit where they have a decent. It's not like just a hype train like the Destiny one is, but everyone in the chat was like going, "Yeah, nice changes. Still not going to play it. Not enough. Nowhere near enough." And I think that's a dead game now.
I really want to see the numbers because I feel like it's one of those occasions where we're all kind of geeks about video games and we followed the news and stuff and we're like, oh yeah, it's a dead game. But actually, if you looked at the numbers, there's millions upon millions of people still playing it. Or is it actually suffering with the player base? Is it actually?
It's like when we talk about PUBG being a dead game, it's still millions.
Yeah, it's like still
some
millions
people
of people
playing.
It's the second highest rate on Twitch all the time.
Yeah.
I think
Or Call of Duty being on the way out, and it's like every year sells the most copies by like 5 times.
Was it in America? It was the second most bought game in 2017 or something.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also, Destiny.
Dead game.
Destiny 2, though, I mentioned it because somebody in my chat said that they were playing Destiny 2 for the first time, and I was like, "Oh, how'd you find it?" I was like, "Oh, I should have just waited and got it with the Humble Bundle," and they were like, "Oh no, it was $10 at Best Buy." So maybe
Really?
it's yeah.
I imagine that the pitch is probably different on PC versus console because I think a lot of PC games, if they don't capture that market in terms of like player base, it can quickly depreciate. So I think maybe they're struggling more on PC than on console. Hence this Humble Bundle move. But yeah, I was just really shocked with that. Because I'm sure they paint it in some positive light that, I don't know how they paint it, to be honest, but realistically, like that game hasn't been out that long on PC, so for them to be basically giving it away free, I think is incredible.
They're just trying to get the last money.
I'll play.
Well, I guess it's just going to be the base game, isn't it? So they're obviously hoping that people will buy the expansions. But everything I hear about the expansions is that they're barely worth it.
Yeah.
There's not much to them.
No, it's like, and then then they'll be like, "Oh, that's just DLC. You got to wait for the expansion. Expansion will be out in I bet November, December. They'll have that big expansion out, and everyone will be like, "Yeah, we don't actually care about it anymore." They need to
Yeah, it's a weird one.
bring out
I
Destiny
remember
3.
I was really curious about those black pyramids in the sky.
Mm.
I guess that's the DLC.
At the end of Destiny 2.
Yeah, I guess that's the DLC. But now I'm just fuck it. No.
Do you think that
Yeah, I
they're
assume
going
it's
to bother
a
with
new
them?
enemy race.
I think they're going to bother with those giant expansions actually, if not in it.
Yeah, I think they will.
Seem kind of desperate to get people in, but I think a lot. They've just had a recent thing where they invited lots of like Destiny 2 content creator type people over and like getting their thoughts and feedback, which they did for the Division, and it helped that game a lot. So I don't know. It's the game itself. I don't think there's like one thing that they could just do to be better.
But it's a weird. I think about this a lot. Like Destiny 2 is really fucking good. Like I really enjoyed.
Yeah, it's
my time
a
with
really
Destiny
good
2.
game.
And it's like so many other games will come out, people will play them for 20 hours and they'll say that's really good and then put it away. There's something about Destiny, and I think for me it probably goes back to how long standing that first game was and how long they managed to drag it out and the player base stayed there. And I think people were obviously expecting and wanting that from the second game, and it hasn't really delivered on that. But in a lot of other ways it did. I think it was. I really enjoyed my time with it. But like I said, I just think the expectations for it are that we should be playing it for 5 years, and I think the problem with that is that it seems to me like they squeezed out a sequel a lot quicker than they should have.
Yeah.
And it's too similar. Like we all put hundreds of hours into Destiny 1. Yeah, Destiny 2 is a streamlined, more technically ambitious because it's just on the current gen consoles game. But at the same time, the core of it is very, very much the same as that Destiny 1. And I think the law of diminishing returns means that the people that put if you put 500 hours into Destiny 1, maybe you're only going to put 100 hours only into Destiny 2, But I think we do get a little bit too negative about it, like to say, oh, it's shit. It's not that it's shit. It's just not giving us the...
No, but it was sold on the premise that you would play for 100 hours and you would never... It would be new content all the time. That was the premise. That was the promise from them after Destiny 1. And they lied, so fuck them.
Yeah.
It's a shame because I really like Bungie. And
I think the two things
really
that
like
really
Destiny,
bother me about Destiny 2, the maps. I think maps are really bad.
Like the PvP stuff.
No, that was the other thing, PvP. But the story player, like the maps, Earth is all right, but the rest of the stuff, like Titan, is terrible. It's a really boring map. He's kind of really on rails at one point. You can't jump.
Mhm.
Mercury's just crap. It's really small. Because it was added with the DLC. I can't even remember the other places, but no, I just found the maps were really boring. I didn't want to go and explore them like I did with the original Destiny. And yeah, the PvP just. I'm like, I know now. Okay, there's no chance of them doing it because no one plays it. But well, I think. But what was the point in letting the playbase and not letting them choose what game modes they want to play? Even if they just restrict it to 3 or 4 different types, at least stop forcing us to play that Supremacy. Boring. No one likes it, and also yeah, with the PvP, let us level up. Let's play the whole game PvP if we want. Give us loads of. I love the like when they gave us a book of challenges.
Is there leaderboards now and ranks PvP?
No idea. I think maybe.
Because it wasn't way back then, and that would if they added that, that would probably save the PvP part.
I think they have introduced something like that, or they're going to. But I wanted to I just wanted to have a character where you level up. You know, remember in the original Destiny when you got the book and you just had pages and pages of different things that you had to do, and like it's just endless quests. So you've always got something to do with the game. Where like this time, no, it's just once you've done the dailies or the weekly. I mean, the dailies just give you some kind of Crucible coins or whatever they are, or not Crucible.
It couldn't give you enough content because they hadn't made enough loot. So if you had more quests to do, they would go out of loot like in the first week.
Yeah. But now they've introduced all this really complicated stuff that I have no idea what it's about. Have you heard about, Jordan, all like the exotics that you can add stuff to? And
It's similar to the first game, isn't it? Like I was really hardcore about Destiny up until probably the point where the first expansion came out, and then kind of dropped off it, and then trying to dip back into it, months and months later, it seemed like they just layered on so much more complexity in terms of the materials and what, these shards and all this bullshit, which if you're playing it actively, as they introduce single changes like that, you can kind of keep up with it, but if you
need that to keep playing, like the change. Yeah,
but it just seems like one big grind. Like I remember really well, kind of there was just a moment with Destiny 2 where I just kind of admitted to myself that I think Destiny just isn't the game that I want it to be, and I don't think they're trying to make the game that I want. I want Halo MMO is what I'm looking for, and it's not that. It's there's a lot of it is around the competitive stuff. You've got the raids. I hate the raids. I hate
the raid
stuff.
in the new one is terrible. I love the old raid.
Freaking bad.
How good the Taken King raid was just. Oh, I loved it. It was so much fun. I did it a few times, and it was a real special occasion when I did a raid because we had loads of friends over. Why they're adding layers? They're still not adding another raid. This is the first, because even in Destiny 1, the second DLC added a raid, and the second DLC that's coming out, I don't even know if they're adding a layer or something to it. Roger watching TV now.
What I do? My bad. I was paying attention. Destiny is a good game. It's good. We all enjoy it. We all love it. All the
I wonder if Destiny 1 is still alive.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what I think they just need to bring out Destiny 3. I don't think they can save Destiny 2 now. I think they would be better off.
They can now, I think.
I think they can. I think that'll be what they do rather than.
No, but they have to relaunch and make another game. They can't make Destiny 3, I think.
I think they need to give it a good 3 years, like development time, and really hone in on what they want to do with that game and change the core of it. Because like it's said time and time again, the shooting is top tier stuff. Like you won't get a better console shooter. It feels fucking amazing. That's where that game shines.
It's a cyberpunk style or frostpunk style. Give me use the mechanics for a game that's gonna be interesting. Also the story.
They have to add like way too much weapons, so many that if you play a year, you won't be able to see all of them.
Diablo style, kind of.
They have to add so much, and then they have to be really different. So
Yeah. If they're not careful, Borderlands 3 is going to get announced, and if they do that game right, it could completely just take away that Destiny market.
Mm.
If that game is what it should be.
I never played Borderlands. I've tried Borderlands 2.
Yeah, so you stream it.
Is it 2.5 or something? I don't know what is.
Mm.
It isn't the 2, but it's the other 2.
It's good.
Also,
It's kind of doing what Destiny does before Destiny, but
It
also
It was really,
randomization of
it's really
weapons.
funny and
Mm.
Yeah.
good
You should
story.
play. You should play Borderlands, or Tales from the Borderlands. It's one of the best Telltale games ever made, in my
Yeah?
opinion. Yeah,
Is it funny?
it's really funny. It's surprisingly. It's not written by the same guy who made the second one, Anthony Birch or whatever, but
Okay.
it's still like really. It's one of the funniest, most heartfelt games I've ever played. So good. It doesn't get enough talk. Everyone talks about The Walking Dead season 1, which is an incredible fucking journey, but Tales from the Borderlands is like up. It's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
I recommend it.
Go check it out. I
Ben, you
only
should
played
play-
Walking Dead, yeah, I know.
You should play The Walking Dead, man. Why didn't you put that on your list? I was looking for that on your.
I guess
What's
I
it
just put
called?
down games that I want to play, because then if
Oh, you
yeah,
need to
but
put good
after
games.
you played it,
You wanted-
you're gonna be so happy you played it.
I know it's so annoying.
Yeah.
So
Maybe I
stop
will.
playing Wind Waker and start playing. No, I'm kidding.
No, I've got a bet riding on this. I need to get it. All right, well, I think we'll call this podcast loosely.
It was
Um,
If you want
something.
to.
It was something, yeah. We'll be back in 2 weeks for a normal Click Click Play, but next week it's Twitch Play with me and Mellum and Flighty
Maybe.
and another person and maybe another person as well. So,
Nice to do.
if you want to find us, go to clickclickplay.com. You can listen to all old podcasts on iTunes or on clickclickplay.com or youtube.com/biggestbenus, and also find me there on Twitch. Jordan, how do we find you?
You can catch me outside.
Oh,
How about that? How about that?
Andre, how do we find you?
You can also catch me outside. That's it. You can find me on Twitter at I'ma Make Movies and all my other stuff at I'ma Make Movies. I don't upload very often, so
Yeah, you're gonna have to
so
go.
follow
You're
me.
gonna be the new Logan Paul. You're gonna switch over to Twitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit up Ninja and be like, "Yo, Ninja, what's good?"
Is
Fucking
Ninja British?
He's American.
He tells me like he's fake.
There we go.
Nah, I like Ninja.
I-
He was playing with British
I hate Ninja.
footballers the other day. Soccer players.
That's what made me think. That's what made me think he probably is British. Because why would an American know who English football players are?
I
Good
I
point.
follow some. I there's a lot of kind of video game and sports and interlinks promoting. I follow a Barca football player, and like pretty much every day it's a picture of him having a victory royale on Fortnite. Like, yeah, okay, we get it. They're paying you to play that game. Or
Hashtag ad.
Damn.
big thing.
Hashtag ad. Speaking of ads, today's episode is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace.com/click
I think we're
play.
the only podcast in the world that isn't sponsored by them. Mellum, how do we find you?
I am Meloman everywhere.
There was such enthusiasm and excitement there. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much for watching. We'll be back next week. I'm going to end the stream now. We'll send a host over, so stick around. And
Send
I'll
a
be
host.
back tomorrow with Wind Waker at midnight my time. Bye bye.
TikTok.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye. 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 Miss American Pie.